This Am I the A-hole thread was deleted, but someone captured it and put it in another thread. When men's do these Am I the A-hole threads, they make the post, they speak it from their perspective, and they still come out looking fairly terrible. So let's read this. I read this morning before I had my cup of coffee, and I was enraged then. I'm going to see if that has changed since I've had my coffee and done my yoga. Am I the a-hole? Asked my wife to help with the kids. Seems benign and all, but let's dig a little deeper. My wife, Lisa, and I, both 30s, have 3 kids under 5. I work full-time. Lisa is a stay-at-home mom with an Etsy shop where she makes and sells jewelry as our supplemental income. A while back, I received a nice bonus, and after a bit of discussion, it was decided I'd use my bonus for myself. I managed to stay within budget, but booked myself a 2-week vacation to Hawaii. Of course, this meant Lisa had the kids at home full-time while I was gone. When I returned, Lisa was exhausted, and I initially agreed to take the kids for an afternoon on Saturday so she could have some time to herself and unwind. So he gets 2 weeks. She gets an afternoon, kinda. My cousin ended up inviting us to a barbecue the same day, and my cousin is one of my best friends, and I knew other childhood friends would be there. Lisa wasn't sure about going, but I told her everyone would be happy to see her and the kids. Plus, I'd watch them so she could relax and have a drink or two. He'd watch his own kids. The day of the barbecue, the kids were out of control, crying and screaming, fighting, not listening or following direction. It was impossible to have a conversation or catch up with my cousins or friends. Remember at the top, he has 3 kids under 5 years old. Just remember that, 3 kids under 5. I repeatedly walked over to Lisa to ask her to give me a hand with the kids. Each time she declined and said I agreed to watch them and this is her downtime. After another hour of chaos, I ended up yelling across the yard, "For once, can you please get off your effing behind and help me with our kids? Just once is all I'm asking for." Lisa stomped over to me and started whisper yelling that I was breaking my promise to let her have time to relax. She didn't want to be here and feel I basically made her go. I tried explaining that these are people I don't see very often and to please not make a scene after he hollered across the yard. Unfortunately, a few people overheard us and we caught a few comments about Lisa being a lazy mom who only wanted to pawn the kids off on me. She's taken advantage of me. Lisa burst into tears and yelled at the people standing nearby that made the comments for them to all go to hell, told me to basically F myself, took the car and left. She returned a few hours later to pick up me and the kids. We didn't speak to each other on the drive home. Later that night, I tried talking to her that the kids were having a rough day and I just needed her help for a bit so I could finish a few conversations and that I would have taken them right back. Lisa objected that wasn't fair as she had the kids alone for 2 weeks while I was in Hawaii. She also said that that's not what upset her the most. It was how I phrased what I said and how I let people insult her and didn't immediately jump to her defense. I told Lisa that those people don't know her like I do and have no idea how hard she works to take care of the kids, our house, and run her Etsy shop. Nor did I have time to react before she ended up leaving. Am I the a-hole? This man is going to end up in the old man Mojo Dojo Casa house. He's also going to be blindsided when the wife finally gets up and leaves. He's going to be blindsided, and the way he's reacting and thinking that watching his own kids is a favor to her. He thinks it's a favor to her. Obviously, he is not pouring into his relationships, and he is going to end up, maybe he's going to be a manager of one of the Mojo Dojo Casa houses. I don't know. Like I said, I was enraged as I read this because he got 2 weeks to use money to relax, and she almost got an afternoon, and that was it. That's what he decided that she needed, and they have 3 kids under the age of 5. I don't know if these people don't read what they're typing, but this was from his perspective, and he doesn't see anything wrong. He actually has to ask if he is the a-hole. Okay, so this person targeted in on the fact that he said, for once, can you get off your butt and help me with the kids? And then the comment was like, yes, for once, after he took a solo trip for 2 weeks to Hawaii. The next person, he humiliated her in public, belittled her. He's a despicable piece of crap. And so the thing is, he opened the door for his friends and family to berate her. He made himself look like the victim, and he's not offering her any support. These people are destined to divorce. She's biding her time. I hope her Etsy shop takes off and is wildly successful, because clearly she needs to create some money for a way out. Thank goodness that they are married and that he is the solo provider typically, because she's going to get that money and she's going to need that money. Remember, I keep saying tax them, tax him. This person says, and after she had 14 days straight and he committed to an afternoon, he went back on it and couldn't even handle it for a few hours. I'm impressed she came back to pick him up. Also, I would have been super vocal to everyone there about how he left her with the kids for 2 weeks and he promised her this one afternoon. The only reason she came back was the kids. I think if she could have left his butt there, she would have. At least the OP's cousin decided to get everyone to play a drinking game as a distraction afterwards. Sarcasm. Whew. This person said, I would have left him with the kids and gone and had more than just an afternoon. Yes, book yourself into a hotel and stay for a while. This person piggybacked off of the person that said that she would have been super vocal to everyone. This person says, same. The second someone mentioned her being a lazy mom, she should have been screaming about how she'd love to, but alas, she's had to take care of the kids for 2 weeks solo while the OP enjoys his vacation. I don't know why people have it in their minds that stay-at-home moms are lazy. We work from the time that we wake up in the morning to the time the kids finally go to bed, and then we have some time to maybe breathe. This idea that moms are lazy in any capacity, working moms, stay-at-home moms, single moms, married moms, none of us are typically lazy. And obviously there are outliers, obviously, but yes, she is a working mom. She has 3 kids under 5. For sure, while I'm not normally supportive of airing dirty laundry with an audience, as soon as he yelled that, all bets are off. Bring on the audience. He clearly had zero respect for what she did and as lazy as F and earned public shaming. If my partner wouldn't do right by me, I would make sure they know how disappointed I am before I leave them. In conclusion, yes, he is the a-hole. I'm sure that you guys probably saw that within the first 2 paragraphs that yes, he is the a-hole. You guys go ahead, chime in. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, share.